Hi everyone, welcome to the Soul Song. This is Nina, and this is going to be a reading about what it is that you are releasing at the time of this full moon, and what is the incoming energy, what is basically leaving your life, and what is it that you're welcoming. And full moons are, of course, the time for us to reflect, for us to do full moon rituals, for us to also get rid of or release or even come to terms with certain chapters that are now coming to an end, or a harvest perhaps of something that we have been working on. But they're also great opportunities for us to manifest. Okay, so we have before us three groups. As you can see, we have group number one as the rose quartz, we have sodalite as the second group, and the third one is green aventurine. So I want you to pick one option, or if you're drawn to two, you're welcome to pick two and see which one calls out to you. I know I had said that for those of you who are subscribed to my channel, I had said that I am planning to put an end to this channel, but I have received you could say some signs that perhaps it's not yet time, but I am definitely looking to diversify into other things, and I will update you soon about that. So anyway, let's get into the reading. I'm going to be shuffling the cards as we go, and for those of you who've chosen the first group, let's see firstly, what is it that you are releasing? What is it that you are letting go of? Or what are you needing perhaps to release and let go of and move away from perhaps? Okay, so I'm just shuffling your cards. Okay, so you have the Six of Swords here. This is literally a card about transition, about letting go, about moving on, and you are perhaps in a phase already where you may have decided to move away from something that was perhaps troubling, maybe a conflict of some sorts. But there is healing, there's recovery on the other side. And just as I said that, we have the Fool card here. So there's definitely a new beginning, a new phase or cycle, turning over the page, so to speak. And I feel like you're in transition, you're in preparation mode, where you are preparing for something new. Okay, the Fool is here to tell you that there is a new beginning on the other side, but it is a card which is not the first step. Actually, it's this number 0. So that tells me that there is preparation still going on, and that when the time is right, you can start to manifest something new. Yeah, so just as I said that, we have the Ace of Pentacles here. So perhaps a new opportunity in terms of your career, in terms of business, in terms of finances, a practical new beginning. But since we started here with the Six of Swords, this is a mental energy. It is about your thoughts and ideas. I do feel like for some of you, you are being guided to take a leap of faith, to to show courage and to actually move in a new direction which you are being pulled towards. And it is it's in a very practical sense. It is about taking action, planting new seeds. That's what the Ace of Pentacles is about. I feel like you are in the process of manifesting something new. It's a very practical, tangible aspect of your life. So it could be anything from a new job, a new career, a new business venture, a new project, or even a new home. Okay, but it's very, very real, it's grounded, and just as I said that, we have the Six of Pentacles here. So there is some kind of help coming your way is what I'm getting here. Somebody could maybe offer you a very tangible offer in terms of a gift, or in terms of a loan, in terms of a pick-me-up that affects you in a very physical way, in a very tangible way, and it is somehow going to lead to more balance in your life. I like seeing that you have 2 sixes here. This is also telling me that you are coming to a space where your relationships are now more balanced, and you're leaving behind the five of Swords energy, which is more imbalanced. It is more conflict ridden, and where there isn't that sense of equal give and take or harmony within relationships and connections. So if you are especially being if you're feeling that pull, that urge to take on something new, to start afresh, have a beginner's mind, this is definitely an omen for that. Okay, so both of these sixes here, to me, sixes are like a pathway opening up. It is also about balance and harmony and beauty. So I feel like you're coming into a place where you are beginning to feel more balanced in terms of all your especially practical aspects of life. Okay, and this could literally be, like I said, an offer coming your way, somebody extending a helping hand, or perhaps advice that helps you in a very physical, tangible manner. We have here Truth Be Told from the deck of from the Oracle deck of Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. This is a very interesting card. I get the feeling that you are, like I said, coming to terms with something. And just as I said that, we have another card here, which is Fork in the Road. And this is telling me that you are at a crossroad of some sorts. You've come to realize the truth of something perhaps needing to be left behind, and that there is a choice, a decision here that needs to be made. For some of you, if this is in connection to a relationship, I feel like you're realizing that there is some truth to, or there's more going on perhaps in this connection that you're aware of. And secondly, there's a need for you to be really honest with yourself. Is this something that is bringing equilibrium, harmony, balance in my life? Is there an equal give and take in this connection? Or should I look forward to something new? Okay, and being at a crossroads is not a bad thing. Having choices is not a bad thing. It's actually a very privileged thing to have choices, because many of us don't have choices when it comes to specific aspects of our lives, and we live in perhaps circumstances that are very limiting. So if you have a choice, it means that you first of all have the privilege and that you can actually make a decision for your highest good here. And there are two numbers here which are significant for you, perhaps the number 4 and number 5. The numbers on the cards are 13 and 14, which are consecutive, and 13 is the death card in tarot. So there is some kind of a new beginning, some chapter opening up for you. For some of you, this is in terms of a romantic partnership, and you're now beginning to be open to the idea of a connection, of a partnership. Okay, this could be with an earth sign, but not necessarily. Alright, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn are standing out here. Then I have picked up one card from the energy oracle cards, which is the thinking man, which is the number 46. So this could be a masculine figure coming into your life to either help you with decision making, with planning, with strategizing, with something that is very practical, logical, rational. Or this could be literally someone who is an air sign who is showing up in a romantic sense in your life. Okay, so that would be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. I get the feeling that you might have ended things with somebody, and now you are at a crossroads trying to decide whether this is going to work for me or not. You're being brutally honest with yourself, and there's a decision, a choice to be made here. For some of you, I did get the broken heart card next. So this is talking about healing, about leaving behind hurt, pain, anger, and betrayal, and any other sort of negative emotions that may have come up due to a connection. And healing and recovery is coming up. Okay, since you chose a rose quartz, I was getting the feeling that this may have something to do with partnerships, with connections, with self-healing, self-love, and with beauty. Okay, and the next card that we have here is the Sun from the Energy Oracle deck. This is a beautiful new start. It's a new beginning in your life. I feel like you're leaving behind a painful circumstance or a painful chapter. Okay, like I said, you may have had a lot of conflicts or hurt, pain in a particular connection or in a situation, and now you're moving towards a new beginning. About I'm seeing also new opportunities coming your way. Definitely you might have felt quite disappointed in either a situation to do with partnerships, with love, with relationships, or to do with even your career, business, finances, your social standing, things like that, or a sense of belonging, things like that, which are very practical actually. Your place also where you live, perhaps. There is this sense of optimism, levity, lightheartedness that is coming in with the Sun and the Fool here. So that's a huge blessing in itself. It is new opportunities coming your way. and you also shifting your mindset from that which had to do with this brokenness or heartache into a more optimistic, a more blessed and blissful kind of positive frame of mind. Okay, we have here the first quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. And we also have look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. These are both cards from the Moonology deck. So what's interesting is that you have the first quarter moon here and you have the full moon in Sagittarius. The first quarter moon is about putting in the work. It is perhaps the time when you're not really seeing the results because you're still in the process of building something, of creating something, which is why it says your commitment is being tested. Okay, so this is your commitment to your goals, to the journey ahead, to what it is that you desire, to your manifestations, to yourself. Okay, and to this new phase in your life. And that, I feel, is what is being tested here in terms of can you put in the work that is required? Can you stay on course? Can you look at the bigger picture like the other card suggests here? And if you do, you will be able to see it through. Okay, you've got a lot of cards here which suggest a new path, a new journey, a new phase, a new chapter opening up for you. And it is perhaps also important to look at the bigger picture because you may be needing to leave behind certain things, and we can have a very tunnel vision or a very narrow-minded attitude when it comes to releasing and letting go, because we think that nothing else is possible, but that's not true. And that's why there is this card here which suggests that there's a lot of potential here. Okay, and it's time for you to look at that bigger picture and to see the blessings and the opportunities that are coming your way. Okay, we have lightning power from the Earth Magic Oracle deck, and we also have Gaia, nurturing. That's beautiful. So I feel that with that nurturing card there, again, this is talking about nurturing your dreams, nurturing your hopes, nurturing, I'm hearing, fantasies as well. So don't be afraid to dream big and nurture your projects, nurture your creative vision, whatever it is that you're holding dear to yourself. Okay, you do have the power, and power can be both productive as well as destructive. The card here is lightning. Okay, and it can be seen as both a negative and a positive aspect, but power in itself is not negative per se. Power is something that we all possess, but sometimes we are overwhelmed by our own power. And I feel like that's one of your messages here as well, to not be afraid of your own power and to tap into your inner strength and your powerful self in order to create and put in the work that is required here. The Fool here is the beginning of a journey. So I feel that there's a lot here for you to look forward to, provided you're able to nurture your dreams, you're able to maintain that positive frame of mind and be brutally honest with yourself about what you are leaving behind and what is not serving you. Because there's definitely a sense of being at a stage where you're opening up the space for something new, and the Ace of Pentacles holds the potential, the absolute potential for that suit of Pentacles. which has to do with your safety, security, stability, your practical aspects in life, and money as well. So I feel that there's a lot of potential here. Your entire reading is filled with potential. There's just that need to make some honest and sincere decisions. Think both practically as well as intuitively, and follow the guidance that you're getting. It's time for you to move past your conflicts, troubles, and challenges and move into something new here. Okay, so I'm leaving you here. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm sending you much love. Do take care of yourself, and God bless. Bye bye. Hi group 2, for those of you who've chosen the Solar Light Stone, I'm feeling intuitively that this has to do with honesty, with integrity, and I'm sensing that you're waiting for some kind of clarity to come about, and I'm hearing to be absolutely sure about something. You may have been in this energy, in this phase of not having a clear way forward, or not being too sure about what you're doing, is what I'm picking up. Okay, and this is also about I feel waiting and expectancy of answers coming your way. Okay, let's see what your reading is about. But I'm picking up mostly that this has to do with honesty, with integrity, and having a clear vision, a clear idea of where you're heading. Okay, so I am shuffling your cards as we speak. Well, we are not speaking. I'm speaking, you're listening. So the first card we have here is the Star, and the Star to me here is about alignment, about following your North Node, and that is the essential message that I was picking up on previously. It is about destiny as well. It's about fate. And just as stars align in the sky, whether it's through astrology or through divination, we seek answers about what lies ahead and what we're meant to do, most importantly. And that, I feel, is what is coming through here. You are going to find the answers. You're going to feel more aligned with your purpose, with what you want to do, with how you want to shine in this world, and with what brings you a sense of meaningful, with what brings you a sense of meaning, and what helps you contribute to the universe in a meaningful way. Okay, so let's see what are you actually releasing or letting go of, what it is that you need to release or let go of. Group number 2 with the soda light. We have here the Page of Swords and the Hangman. And at the bottom of the deck we have the 10 of Swords and the Moon. I feel that with the Page of Swords here, this is the energy of It's the energy of a student, someone who is curious, someone who wants to dig deep, someone who wants to find out. And that's why it's also known as the spying card at times. And I feel that in your case, you haven't been able to actually find those answers. With the Hangman here, you have been trying to connect to your inner divine, to source, to your higher self, whatever it may be. And you have felt like you have been in suspension, not knowing where to go, what to do next, and feeling a bit in limbo. So what is releasing from your life here with the Hangman, the Ten of Swords, and the Moon is it's fear, it's doubt, it's a period of gloom and doom and feeling stuck, feeling like you don't have the answers, feeling like you don't know what to do ahead. And you've done, or you have been doing, a lot of this inner work that's needed, that's required to put you in the right frame of mind, the right mentality, or the right mindset that you need in order to manifest what it is that you want and to feel more in alignment. And I feel that a lot of this has to do with your subconscious fears, with ideology I'm hearing, with ideas that may have been planted in your mind about who you are, what you're meant to do, or what is success, what is supposed to also bring meaning to your life, what is purpose, things like that. With the Ten of Swords here, this is one of the most difficult energies or cards in the deck, and it is talking about mindset. Okay, usually these are hurtful words or ideas that we have experienced or we have imbibed from our environment, from our families, from since a really long time. Since it's a 10, it's a culmination, it's the ending, and it's also old. Okay, it's very old kind of wounds or aches or doubts or fears that have been planted within us. And I do feel like you have been doing a lot of this work, so congratulations on that. First of all, it's not easy to delve into your programming, your mindset, and try to shift out of it. I feel like you have been trying to face your shadows. You have been trying to dig deep to find the answers. That's what I'm strongly feeling here. And trying to unlearn especially what you have been fed already through, programming that we all go through while growing up. And this goes perhaps way back, maybe for some of you it's 10 months, for some of you it's 10 years, for others of you it's things that you have been listening to or you've been believing since your childhood. Okay, could also have to do with things that you've learned from your mother or through your relationship with your mother. For some of you, your mother is perhaps an air sign or a Pisces, and she has had a lot of influence on the way you think, the way you behave, the way you perceive life and your aspirations, your goals, and things like that. And it's nice to see here that the next two cards that have come out for you are two full moon cards. And again, we have Aquarius featuring here. The star is Aquarian energy. The moon is Pisces, and the Hangman is also Pisces. The moon can also be Cancer. you could be a water sign. Okay, you have here 2 full moon cards. The first one is full moon in Capricorn, and this is a full moon in Capricorn. So how amazing is it that you have this card pop out for you today? And the card here says the end of a tough cycle approaches, which is pretty much what I was talking about with the 10 of Swords. So what's ending for you, or what's being released in your life, is this programming or these subconscious fears that have held you back, or that have not let you move forward in the direction that you're meant to move forward into. This has a very strong destiny or fate kind of energy to it, you're reading. And what's interesting is that the next card you have here is of full moon in Aquarius, and it says, show the world the real you. And that is just so in sync with everything else that I've already spoken about. I feel like you're waking up to who you truly are, and you're not afraid now of being yourself. You may have found it difficult to even accept yourself, and a lot of times we do that because we want to blend in. We don't want to stand out, we don't want to shine, like I said in the beginning of your reading with the star. We are afraid of perhaps our own power in some way, and that is very telling. Yeah. That's something that is shifting for you now, because you're not going to feel inclined to just fit in. Instead, you want to be your true authentic self, yourself, which is working in tandem with your higher self, with the divine, with the cosmos. Okay. And we have here exchanging gifts, number 27, from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And we also have higher power, which is the number 4. And we have never ending story, number 37. So this is telling me that you have an incredible gift that you are being led to share with the world in some way. This could have something to do with the way you communicate, or maybe your work involves communication, and you're being led now to be your most authentic self. So what's being released is that old skin, that old story that has been playing out in your mind. Okay, the never ending story card is very similar to the 10 of Swords. It's about that ongoing tape, you could say, that plays in our mind with our inner critic constantly telling us a lie about who we are and what we are capable of, what we are worthy of, things like that. And the star is a beautiful blessing. It is about wishes and dreams and hopes as well. And somewhere you may have limited yourself in terms of what you are capable of and what you're worthy of, based on the perception that was fed to you, or that was borrowed, you could say, from somebody else. Now you're in a space where you can actually trust the divine within you and trust the universe, the higher power, to show you the way forward and to take action in a new direction. Okay, you have strong Aquarius energy here, as well as this full moon in Capricorn card here, which is an incredible omen. It's time for you to write a new story, and it's time for you to come out of this box that you may have been in, trying to fit in somehow, because you have the gift here, perhaps of communication. For some of you, this is literally about writing, about being an author, about telling your story, about, I'm also hearing rewriting your story, okay? And perhaps it involves inspiring other people to do the same. This is brilliant. You are shedding layers of old skin. So we have your Milky Way perspective, and we have lake, stillness. These are both cards from the Earth Magic Oracle deck. This is brilliant. You have the Milky Way card here, perspective, and you have lake, stillness. I feel like you are getting the answers that you were seeking, and you are being able to zoom out now and see the bigger perspective or the higher perspective of your life, of the way you're meant to lead it as well. Not letting the opinions, the limited perspective that you may have been holding on to affect you anymore, okay? And I feel that there's a lot within you is what I'm picking up here with the stillness. The lake it's still water, and I'm being told still water runs deep, and I do feel like there's a lot here within you that you haven't really felt comfortable enough to reveal to the world. That's why you have that card there, show the world the real you. There's something that you're being urged to even share, exchange with the world. Could be your story as well, okay? Yeah, we have Broken Heart from the Energy Oracle deck. Let's get one more. We have Third Chakra, Archangel Chamuel, number 37, and we also have Contract, number 6. So this Contract card often reminds me of the Justice card, because it shows the Lady Justice with a blindfold on and carrying the scales and books. This could literally be a contract coming your way. Could be in terms of a business prospect or a job offer or a home, but there is this for some of you, I feel like this has to do also with soul contracts, with people that you have invested a lot of your time and energy into. It is perhaps time for you to release those soul contracts, is what I'm getting here for some of you. But for others of you, this is a tangible, practical sort of contract coming your way that could actually change your life completely. And you have your Broken Heart and the third chakra, which is the solar plexus chakra. So that again has to do with your inner strength, with your power, with your willpower, with your self-confidence, self-worth, self-esteem, which may have taken a beating. And that's something that you are working on. That's again a number 37 card, which boils down to 10. So there are a lot of culminations, endings, and new beginnings showing up in your reading here. So you've been through a tough time, and it's time for you to heal, to release certain soul contracts, to let go of that which you can't control, and to reprogram yourself to write a new story, to show the world your authentic self, and also to bring about more balance in your life. I'm also getting a message here that you need to see your relationships as well from almost a very practical, logical perspective in terms of give and take. How much are you giving into a connection and how much are you actually receiving? And I know it sounds like a business deal, but sometimes, especially if you're an empath, you tend to overgive and it depletes you completely, and you tend to do too much for other people or take on too much of other people's opinions, which is also what the Ten of Swords can mean. And so that is something that you need to weigh in, okay, very carefully. Look at the pros and cons of every connection that you've been through, especially when it comes to connections that have brought you a lot of heartbreak, pain, suffering, agony, betrayal. And to get back on track, focus on yourself and focus on your self-confidence, your self-esteem and your self-worth. Okay, that is what I have for you, group number 2. This was really interesting and it was an honor to read for you. Thank you for listening, and I'm wishing you all the very best. If you have a book within you, it is waiting to be written. Alright, I'll leave you there. Take care and God bless. Hi, group 3. For those of you who've chosen this green aventurine, I'm getting that this has something to do with love. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting that. This has something to do with healing, with love. Let's see what your card says. Group number 3. Yeah, speaking of which, we have the Knight of Cups here as your first card, as your overall energy, and that is the most romantic night in tarot. I feel like it's opening you up to new connections, to new partnerships, and to perhaps a new romance. Okay, for others of you, this has to do with also the love for everything that is creative, everything that brings you a sense of satisfaction, everything that it's the romantic side of life, not just romance, but everything to do with arts, with creativity, with your passions, desires. Okay, and the Knight of Cups has a completely white background, which always gives me this feeling that you're starting afresh, you're starting anew, and that you are, it's almost like you have rose tinted glasses on. That can be one of the flip sides of the Knight of Cups. You may be someone who definitely follows their heart and is not afraid to take risks when it comes to following their passions, their desires and their heart. It's like wearing your heart on your sleeve. That's how I see this card. So let's ask the question, what are you releasing here? Group number 3. Your energy is very different from the other two decks or the other two groups that I read for. It's a very nice, light-hearted, playful sort of energy. Okay, what are you releasing? We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Moon. And we have the Eight of Swords. So you have two major arcana here, the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon. At the bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Pentacles. Isn't that nice? So that's a new beginning, that's planting in new seeds. It carries the potential of something beautiful that can blossom. And it also is about a new gateway opening up for you. The Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords here tells me that you have been in a very limited sort of perception about yourself, about your hopes and dreams and ideas. And the Moon is, again, it has a lot to do with your subconscious fears, your ideas, some deep-seated beliefs as well is what I'm picking up here. It's almost like you've not been able to see through the darkness and feel hopeful, feel light, which is what I was picking up with the Knight of Cups there. And what I'm hearing is, you might have heard of that movie. I think it's called Lemony Snicket's, and a series of unfortunate events. That is something that I'm hearing. Okay. It's kind of like you have been feeling very down in the dumps, or very like you have been dealt the wrong cards, and there's just one misfortune after another. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune is a number 10 card. You have a number 5 here. We also have the number 8, the Eight of Swords. This is like you have been stuck in a loop of perhaps thinking through a very limited perception or very negative lens about your life, about what is possible, about your destiny. And there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of times we fall into this negative spiral of overthinking, or thinking nothing good is really gonna happen with us, and that at such times we are at a danger of slipping into a very victim mentality sort of position, through which you really can't manifest anything good, and that is something that you're leaving behind. So I like seeing that this is being released, or this is something that you're moving past. The Wheel of Fortune shows, of course, the wheel, which is circular, and the moon is the full moon, and the moon has come up for, I think, all the readings so far. So it's very significant that we are getting the moon card here, and I'm doing a full moon reading. So this is talking about releasing your subconscious fears, and this has to do with perhaps your sense of self-worth, or what you deem is possible for you. Okay. You might have felt like you don't have any support, that you are restricted, and that could be quite literal, in the sense that you're surrounded by people who you don't feel like you belong to, or you might feel like you're living in a circumstance that is very limiting, and that puts a barrier on what is achievable and what is not. Whereas in your heart, deep down, you are this Knight of Cups who wants to pursue what they desire, what they love, what they feel creatively drawn to. And so that is something that you're leaving behind. This also has to do with your programming, your subconscious programming, which leaves you feeling inadequate in some way or unworthy in some way. What is it that you are moving into when this is released? What can you look forward to? For those of you who for whom this is about a connection, you may be in separation with somebody and things may have changed, or they may have felt very unpredictable for you in this connection. So we have the Ace of Swords here. Wow, that's nice. I really like seeing that. What can we look forward to? Group number 3. Through this full moon energy. Okay. So we have the 4 of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, like I already mentioned, and the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck we have Temperance. I love seeing that. So you're moving into a state of balance, harmony. You're moving into a state where you feel like you can create and manifest something without falling into this limited perception, and with absolute clarity about what you want, what you desire, and what you don't want is also what I'm getting. I feel like you may have been with that moon energy, you may have been in this very confused state as well as to what do I really want and what should I focus my energy into. And with this 4 of Cups here and the Ace of Swords, I get the feeling that more than anything else, you're gaining clarity about what is not working for you, what you do not want. The Knight of Cups is holding 1 cup in his hand, and in the 4 of Cups there's 1 cup that is being presented to this person who's sitting with an apathetic expression beneath a tree with 3 cups in front of him, seemingly unbothered, uninterested, with folded arms. So I feel like you're getting clarity about what you do not want, what does not work for you, and you're shifting out of also this apathetic frame of mind. And I feel that there's a progression happening here. When we move from this 5 of Pentacles or 8 of Swords, very down in the dumps kind of energy, it's hard for us to make that leap into something that is absolutely positive. Okay, it happens in stages, it happens in steps, and so sometimes, not sometimes, but most of the time, it's enough for us to come to a place of neutrality. And that's how I see this 4 of Cups here with the Ace of Swords. It's like you're beginning to see more clearly and you are more emotionally neutral so that you don't feel overwhelmed. Okay, the moon can be this very overwhelming emotional state as well. And we can sometimes drown in those emotions, especially the negative ones. So, for you to be able to come to this emotional neutral phase is in itself an achievement. It's a victory of some sorts. The Ace of Swords is clarity, it's victory, and it also cuts through that drama that emotions can bring up. It's a very logical, rational perspective and absolute clarity. With the 6 of Pentacles here, with the Knight of Pentacles, this is really good. It suggests to me that as far as your stability, safety, security is concerned, there's a definite improvement that you can look forward to. It's going to be slow, it's going to be steady, it's going to require hard work as well. But you're going to pick yourself up from this Five of Pentacles energy, which you have been in. It's like you're getting back on track, okay? There's no looking back, is what I'm hearing. And there's a shift in perspective here. From the Moonology deck here, we have mutable moon and waxing moon. Mutable moon is nothing is yet set in stone, and waxing moon says the energy is gaining momentum. Isn't that nice? Things are starting to shift for you. I feel like you're being asked to hang on to hope and to have faith in your dreams, in what you aspire to do and be, and also in love, okay? Things are shifting, things are not set in stone, and that is it's an advice for you to hang on to your faith and to have hope, okay? And know that where you are being led, you might not see the clear path ahead as of now, but things are definitely moving forward. They are beginning to gain momentum, okay? And that is something that was lacking for you, is what I feel, because you felt stuck with the Eight of Swords. You felt like there wasn't any movement. And most importantly, you're going from almost like a minus to a neutral and then to a positive energy, okay? Let's pick some cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck here. Both of these cards from Moonology deck have like a crescent shape of moon, which again suggests to me that things are neither fully complete nor are they fully, in the dark, in the void. What can they look forward to? Let's see. Okay, this is beautiful. You have loyal heart and a leg up. Both of these cards have pairs. The loyal heart has a pair of owls who are actually looking at each other. They are almost like a mirror reflection of each other. And a leg up is featuring a mama and a baby bear. With the Six of Pentacles there, I do feel like you are getting a leg up, some kind of support, help, advice, a pick-me-up basically from the universe. And how that happens is usually through people who come in to help us, to guide us, to advise us, or to give us some kind of an offer as well. And with a loyal heart there, again, this is talking about some divine intervention in the form of a partnership or help in the form of friends coming in, or a partnership which is more tilting towards romance. Either way, there is help on the way, is what I'm getting here. And the Temperance card is what I'm being drawn to, which has an angel there. I think it's Archangel Raphael, if I'm not mistaken, with 2 cups in each hand, and it's a playful but magical energy. It's almost like you and another person, or you and another, you could say, manifestation, are being brought together through divine intervention. Okay. From the Energy Oracle deck, we have the World card, which is number 29, and we have All Tied Up, number 23. The All Tied Up card there is very much like the Eight of Swords. It's a very similar depiction. Again, that's about restrictions, limitations that either are physical manifestations or mental and emotional. I love seeing this. We have here from the what is this? From the Earth Magic Oracle deck, we have Emergence, Dragonfly, and Communion, Eagle. What I feel is happening here is that you are emerging from the muck, from the dirt, from underneath the surface, this especially that subconscious programming and things that have kept you from fully being your true authentic self. That is what you are emerging out of. And with the World card here, it's a beautiful depiction of somebody walking on walking towards the unknown, you could say, with again moonlit earth above Hemaha. And that is very significant again in terms of the full moon depiction, and also in terms of something or some aspect of your life coming to a culmination and ending, and you walking into a new chapter, a new journey. Things may be still a little cloudy and foggy, but you are going to gain clarity and you are going to find the answers. Okay, this Eagle communion card, to me that signifies that you are A, going to get the answers that you are seeking, and B, again it shows a partnership between you and another person, or you and the divine. I do feel like there's help on the way in some way, but you just need to be open to it and look beyond your limited perception and persona, and going back to the Knight of Cups, following your heart, following your calling, so to speak, and not being afraid of doing that which you are feeling led to do. Okay, especially in terms of creative pursuits, this looks really promising. The world is also, to me, about expansion. I get the feeling that you're putting yourself out there, you're emerging from a smaller version of yourself. Like, I hope I'm explaining this well. Like, you've you've had a very limited perception of who you are. You've been playing it small, and now you're beginning to expand your idea of yourself and what your dreams, your aspirations can look like. Okay, you're putting yourself out there, and it feels like a very daring thing to do, and it can be for someone who has been struggling with limitations and restrictions. Especially if you have an online business, or you have the idea here to pursue something on the internet, maybe on YouTube or something else, or something that requires you to put your creative talents out there for people to see. It's going to work really well, and I feel like it is going to require you to be bold and go where you haven't been before, but it's also going to bring in a lot of success, a lot of recognition as well. Okay, so interesting reading, group number 3. Whether it's romantic or friendship, platonic, I do feel like you're going to draw in connections towards you which are meaningful, which are helpful, and which can add value to your life. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I'm wishing you all the very best. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to do full moon rituals if you are into it. And God bless. I'll see you again later. Bye bye.